Guys, what I'm showing you here is the color, trying to show you the color that I used for my hair. It's in the color Granite, and it's by Brilliance. I bought it at Sally's. I'm trying to get it to focus here, but okay, you get the point. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is squeeze all of the contents of the tube, and I'm gonna be using 20 developer. I find if you use anything over 20, it's not really doing anything. It's more harmful, I guess. I'm going to start dyeing my hair where my natural hair color ends, just because I don't want to get it on my roots. But yeah, so you start at the top and put your hair dye all the way to the bottom. You're going to do that throughout your whole head. You're going to start from the top, work your way to the bottom, and then kind of massage it into your hair. Otherwise, you're going to be left with patches, and we don't want that, of course. And so, yeah, you're just going to keep on going to your whole head. Now what you're going to do is you're going to check your hair, make sure everything is nice and saturated with the hair dye. We don't want any patches, like I said before. So we're just going to keep going in with some extra hair dye and make sure all the bits and pieces of our hair are covered. When you're doing this by yourself, it's kind of tough to get all the different, sections of your hair. For me, I find that it's especially hard for the back of my head, but because my hair is so grown out already and I do have a significant amount of root, it's not so difficult. I just make sure I go through the hair and make sure everything is nice and saturated. Now I'm going to put the remainder of the hair dye into my shampoo bottle. It doesn't have to be any specific kind of shampoo. I just put it in this one just because this is what I'm going to be using, because I love the way it smells, and it's fairly cheap, so why not? And yeah, this is one of my tricks to keep my hair nice and vibrant. Welcome back to my channel. I decided to do this look because I love red hair. I've always loved red hair. And I've had red hair for a very long time, on and off of course, but I've had it ever since I was probably about 15, 16 when I started dyeing it that color. And I actually had it for a pretty decent long time, probably around maybe a year and a half after I started dyeing it, and I used so many different products and different things, and I mastered my favorite color. I am not a professional, just a disclaimer, in any way, shape, or form. I do not have a license yet, working on that, but yeah, these are just things that I've learned throughout the years and that I know are work. And also just trying to save you some money, because the Lord knows that I am not made of money. It's a lot of work and a lot of money to keep your hair doing what you want and all the new trends and things like that. Excuse my kid's Barbie sound in the background. She's sitting right next to me. She never wants to leave my side, and I think it's adorable. Some of the things that I've used throughout the years to keep my red hair usually don't work. They tell you up and down that they're the perfect product and that they're gonna, of course this one never wants to stay out of my face. Anyways, but they always tell you up and down that these products are gonna help you and they're gonna keep your hair looking so beautiful and this and that, but no, they're lying. It doesn't work. Really what helps me out is what I do during the shower and a little bit, of what I use after. But what I use after isn't necessarily just for red hair. Anybody can use this, and it's actually part of my hair care routine. Again, everybody always asks me about my hair and how it's gonna fall out and all of these things, and I'm just like, I laugh and I'm just like, no, it's not. It is not gonna fall out, because as much as I love to do things to my hair, I can do all different kinds of things to my hair and it would not fall out, because I do try to take care of my hair in between color. But I can do a separate video of my hair care routine if you guys are interested. Comment down below. Also, if you guys want to see an update of my hair in a couple of days when it starts to fade, because that is what happens with red hair. It fades. And there's really nothing you can do about it. Of course, me, before having this red hair, I'll give you some background on my hair. Before having this red hair, of course I had my pastel hair, but underneath that pastel hair, my hair was like white blonde, and of course white blonde hair is porous, and you know, it was kind of damaged. So to me, what I've always heard and what I know is that blonde hair does not like other colors. It does not want anything else on top of it. So what is helpful is you can use a red protein filler, and that'll help with keeping your red hair a little bit longer, and it won't fall out as much, because what that's creating, it's filling all the cuticle. Use the protein filler to keep your red a little bit longer, is what I've heard. And actually I've tried it before. I didn't do it this time because as much as I love this red hair, I'm not gonna keep it for that long. I really don't know right now yet how long I'm gonna keep it. But yeah, if you guys have any colors or anything crazy that you would like to see, let me know. Comment down below. I've found that the ones that are supposedly color safe or hair dye safe, or however they want to put it, those are the ones that strip out your hair faster. So honestly, use what you have. It does not matter. It's gonna come out sooner or later. Of course, it might take longer to come out of your hair, like I said, if you use the protein filler and stuff. But I used the color Garnet from Salice, and then I got the Adore, I think it's called, in red, in ruby red. And I mixed those two because I didn't have my other color that I usually use, which is the high color highlights in magenta. And I do sometimes put a little bit of red in there. I like this bright red, but if I wanted to make this a little bit darker, I could do that with a semi-permanent, just a tiny bit of semi-permanent, I can't talk today at all. I'm tongue-tied. Yeah, you add a tiny bit of black semi-permanent, make sure it is semi-permanent, black hair dye, and put a little bit of that into your hair dye when you're mixing it, and it'll be a little bit darker than this, because I know not everybody wants their hair to be bright as ever. Some people want that, like me. I just live for this color. But yeah, I think that if you do that, it'll make it a little bit darker. So yeah. Then let's see. The one thing that I do that you might have is that I put some of my hair dye that's left over into my shampoo bottle. It gives it a little freshness every time you wash your hair. And then I also, let's see, that's it. And sometimes I really don't. Oh yes, big, important, very important thing that I do, and I notice this makes a loads of difference, is that when it comes time to wash out the hair, I have learned that you do not shampoo your hair. I know that a lot of people are going to be like, what? or maybe not, maybe you've heard of this, but not just red, but any other color that is in my hair, that I want to keep in my hair a period amount of time, that this helps keep it longer in your hair, and it doesn't do anything. I mean, all you're doing is, when you shampoo your hair and you just dyed it, what you're doing is you're washing out your hair color. So what I do is I just basically rinse out as much color as I can. Of course, with red hair, and this is just something that just happens with red hair, or really any bright hair color, don't be alarmed. Your bathtub, your curtains, they're gonna stain. It's gonna look like a bloodbath in there. It's gonna look like a shark attack happens in your bathtub, and that's okay. Don't get worried or be like, oh, like me the first time I did. I was like, oh my god. So, let me know what you guys want to see, and all of the things that you guys want to know. If you want, also comment down below if you would like to see an update on my hair once it starts fading. All of the items and things that I used in this video are in the description box down below. Until next time.